Well, you may have found yourself cooking a lot more during the stay-at-home order, and chances are you probably paid a bit more for the groceries you bought during that time. As Adam Pinsker reports, food prices increased by 4% in the month of May.
The Indiana Farm Bureau says the big issue with food prices increasing isn't a lack of food supply, it is a logistics problem. A sudden shift in demand during the coronavirus quarantine caught many suppliers off guard.
70% of our bacon was consumed through restaurants.
The Farm Bureau's Randy Crone says with restaurants and institutions shuttered, no one was using all that bulk meat, which would explain why beef prices skyrocketed at the grocery store.
All of a sudden, the packing plants had to package it different, and they were not prepared to be doing that to ship to grocery stores and not through restaurants.
To make matters worse, cases of COVID-19 in Cass County spiked, causing the Tyson meatpacking plant in Logansport to close for 2 weeks. It's not just meat. Dairy and egg prices also increased in May.
We actually had to switch our egg supplier just because the cost was outrageous.
Jonathan Lawler owns Healthy Harvest Market in Indianapolis. He says he tried to do his best not to pass price increases down to his customers, many of whom were on fixed incomes.
But I think panic drove up the cost of eggs, and that's what's kind of upsetting is American egg producers can produce so many eggs that, eggs should be some of the most affordable protein available to people.
Crone says processing plants should be applauded for quickly pivoting from serving the food service industry to serving grocery stores.
This was a huge learning lesson for all of us, and I give credit. Everybody's pretty innovative and tried to adjust as quickly as possible, but it just takes time.
The Indiana Farm Bureau anticipates food prices dropping now that restaurants, schools, and institutions are slowly reopening. For Indiana Newsdesk, I'm Adam Pinsker.
The silver lining of this is, of course, that even though people are paying more at the grocery store, they are also eating out less because of the virus. So that means overall a lot of families are actually saving money because they're cooking more at home.